Nissan GTR in my driveway, speakers blasting that old school Usher's my way, and the yellow chip that resembles Sunday. Put it in cruise control as we hit the highway. Spanish chick in the backseat screaming Yahweh. Yeah.
What's good? I'm Tae Love. This is my first tutorial, so bear with me. I've never really done this before. Don't even really like talking to the camera like this because it feels very awkward. I don't know how my wife does it, but yeah, this is my first one, so give me a break. All right, got that out the way. Cool. All right, I did my face already. As you see, I put a prosthetic on my face, some makeup and whatnot. I'm gonna show y'all how I create my characters and edit, you know, my photos in Photoshop. So I'm gonna provide you with the photos to use in this tutorial. I'm using Photoshop CS6, so you'll be able to follow along with me step by step. I'm gonna walk it through. I'm gonna try to make it as organized as possible, but when I work, I kind of work kind of crazy. So I'm gonna show you the Tae Love way, not everybody else's way, because I only know how to do my way. All right, so yeah, let's get into this. Right. Yeah, let's get started. I know y'all saw the intro. Had too much fun doing that. But yeah, we're gonna dig straight into this. Let's go ahead and hop in Photoshop. I already have the image up. But I do have a folder available for you guys. Just look in the description, click the Dropbox links, and download the folder. And it has this image inside of it, as well as another image that we'll be using for this tutorial. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start always by taking this main layer over here, which it says background. We're gonna double click this, and we're gonna call this one original. And the reason why we name this one original is because this is the one that we always want to keep. We don't want to touch this one. We don't want to duplicate this one so that we can touch all we want to do on, you know, on the other one. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna drag and drop this down here to this little square right next to the little trash can thingy here. It looks like a paper with a little fold on it. Drag that to there, and boom, it's gonna duplicate it. Or if you want to do the other route, you can just make sure your layer is clicked and then go to layers and duplicate, and it'll duplicate the layer. Do the same thing. I just find it faster if you click and drag down to the paper. It's way faster. Okay, now we have this one duplicated. You see the prosthetics right here on my face. I didn't do a great job because I rushed through it. I should have added way more, you know, liquid latex to blend this in, but it's all right because this was my second time doing this. At first I had the nose and I didn't like it, so I redid the whole thing for this tutorial. So, but it's even better that I didn't add the liquid latex because you guys get to see how we get to make all this lining and jagged edges, you know, disappear. So we're gonna start with this layer that we duplicated, and we're going to go over here and click on this band-aid looking thing, which is the spot healing brush. So we're gonna get this, we're gonna make this, we'll just make it a decent size here. If you click it here at the top, make the brush size a decent size. Yes, and then we're gonna zoom in and go to the top. We're gonna start off by we're gonna make this brush a little smaller because that looks too big. All right, we're gonna start by just clicking and clicking and clicking. You want to do this all the way around the edges. making sure it looks nice and smooth. Yep, that's simple. And this tool is used also, you can use it for, you know, taking away pimples and stuff like that as well. It's basically just replacing it with your skin. And if you have areas where you click and it may not catch it right, sometimes you may have to change the size of your brush to make it fit or give it that smooth look. But just click around. Anything that you see that looks weird or jagged or bumpy or just doesn't look smooth like you want it, go ahead and change it. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this, but I want you to really just do, you know, do your own style as you following along with me. I mean, if you like a certain jagged on the skin, you know, keep it there. You know, don't do it just because I said do it. You're the artist. There's no wrong way to do art. Don't let anyone ever tell you there's a wrong way to do art, because I may like your stuff, someone else may not. Someone else may like your stuff and the other person may not. So it's, you never know. But yeah, we're just gonna go in. I'm gonna speed this up, so I'll be right back. Alright, now that we have cleaned the face up, you know, cleaned off the pimples and all the extra, you know, wrinkly spots that I messed up on with the prosthetics, what we want to do is we want to use the stamp tool, which the stamp tool we're going to use to take away some of the, you know, bags on the eyes and just my whole style of how I like to make the, you know, under the eyes look and around the cheek area, and smooth out a few parts. So the first thing we're gonna do is, since we're done with that layer, every time I move to a new step I always duplicate my layer, just so when I start the new process, if I don't like it, I can just delete it and duplicate and start all over again without messing up my previous, you know, step I did. So we're gonna drag this and duplicate it, and we're gonna grab this stamp over here, which is the clone stamp, and I'm gonna click that. That's way too big, so we're gonna bring this down some. That's a decent size. So how we're gonna use this, you're gonna want to hold down the Alt key. This gives us the chance so we can pick the area we want to use, and I'm gonna use this area around here, so I'm going to click that, and that gives us skin. So then we can click, actually let me grab a different area, I don't like that area. We're gonna grab right in here, there we go, that's it. We're gonna, and you want to click the area that has the best color that matches that area, because you don't want to go too dark, because if it's too dark it's gonna give it a bad look. You're not gonna like it. So try to give it the closest as you can so it looks like a smoothness. And it's okay if you go over the eyes. As you see, I'm going over them. It's alright because I'm gonna show you a trick to take that away pretty easy. Yeah, a little bit there. We're also gonna bring this down some because there's a little line right here. I want to take that away. So let's zoom in. Oh, I did that too long. Alright. You just click little areas and just get, go over places that you don't like. Like you see this little dark line right there. I don't like that, so I'm going to take it away. So I just click on the area and grab the area. Sometimes you have to click more than once to take it away because it's basically, when you see I'm clicking, you can see the little plus sign right above the circle here, the brush tool. You can see that's the area that it's taking the skin from. So as I move, you see it follows. So the further I go, the further it goes. So basically, so you just want to make sure you're getting the right spots. So basically took that away. You can do the same thing with the other side. It's on how you want to do it, whatever you like. If you want it that way, go ahead and do it that way. I'm just walking y'all through how I do it, so because I was going to end up editing this picture anyway, so why not do it with you guys? Alrighty. Okay, now that I've done everything that I wanted to do with that. In the top area, I don't really like that, so I'm gonna take that away, but this is how we're gonna take it away. We're going to use the masking tool. So you're gonna go down right here where the layers are, right here next to this FX. There's a square with a circle in it. It's add layer mask. So click that, and it's gonna add this little white square to your layer. This is gonna be your masking box. So when you're masking, to take away what you've done of your effect to your image, or just to take away the image period that's above, you want to use the black paint. To bring it back, you want to use the white paint, because as you see, it's there why the bucket is white. So let's take the black. We're going to use the black brush. Get it a decent size. That's fine. That's at 267, so that's a decent size we can use. So we got it set to black over here, as you see over here to the left. You see my mouse. All right, and then we're gonna go over the eyes, because remember, we don't want that on the eyes. We want that free. So we go over the eyes with it. And like I said, I didn't like this top part, so I'm going to go over what I did and take that away. Alright, that's good with me. And then I put a little too much on the nose right here, so take that away. And then I don't really like it all the way, that much on there, so I'm gonna bring it down some, maybe like 79. So it's on there, but it's still not too hard on there. And then I actually want to change here in the nose real quick. So to make any change, you can still make your changes. Just click on the actual image, not the box, because you can't do anything with that. So you want to click the actual image next to it, and then you can make whatever change you need to make. If you've already ran over it with your brush, you may have to go back and add some white to put it there, because like right now
I drew over it. So watch, when I put the white on there, it's going to show what I just fixed. Boom. Alright, it looks good so far. Our next step that we're going to do is, hold on one second, I see that there's a, I'm going to take away, did I do something? Well, let me make sure that I didn't, or that's just my hair. Oh, that's just my hair. Alright. Oh, that's the part in my hair. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to, if you see my mustache and my beard is kind of a little scruffy, like I need to shave, we're gonna go in and we're gonna fix that. But first, one thing, like I said, I like to duplicate my layers so I can start for the new part. So we're going to duplicate this one so we still have that old one from the start, from our first beginning, and we're going to merge these two. So by clicking this top layer, you can hit Control E and it's going to merge the layer. That's Control E. And then we're going to duplicate this layer. Alright, so now we have our top layer. We're still on our top layer. If you take this away, nothing changes because this is the original. But if you take this one away, boom, you see. Alright, okay. Now that we have used the stamp tool and cleaned up the skin pretty much, what we're going to do is we're going to edge up this mustache and this beard. As you see, I didn't line myself up before the shoot, so we're going to go in and we're going to clean that up. So let's go in. I'm going to click the area above like before. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Make sure that you're on the top layer when you're doing this. If not, you'll be clicking on the wrong thing. So we're going to click above. I'm going to go to it. And you see, we're taking these hairs away and lining this puppy up. You're going to keep on going around, clicking and clicking and clicking. And I'm going to speed this up, so I'll be right back. And for parts that it seems like it got real tight, you can always make the brush bigger and just kind of take over the whole area down there like this, just so you can get everything nice and smooth. There we go. And you'll do the same thing to the other side. Like I said, do this how you want, you know, whatever you like. If you don't mind the scruffiness on your pictures, you know, you can leave it there. I mean, it will fit, but I want this to have that vampire look, so you know, vampires are real nice and clean cut. Alright, that's how I want it. If you see any areas that bother you, just always go back like I'm doing right now. Boom. Alright. Now that we have that all lined up and everything, we're going to do our next step, which is to brighten up the eyes. So, and also if you want to edge up the top of my hairline, I got like it needs a little bit of edge up, but I'm not about to touch it, so I'm leaving it how it is. But if you want to, just stop the video and go up there and clean that up and get me all crispy. So we're start a new process on getting the eyes nice and bright and popish. So let's duplicate this layer, bring it down, and duplicate it, and we're gonna zoom in. You can go to this little thing right here next to the hand to zoom tool and click by your eye and drag down. It'll zoom you in close because you want to be really close. That was a little too much. I held it too long. Alright, and then we're gonna grab the dodge tool, which looks like a little lollipop here right up under the paint bucket, and we're gonna keep this at 44. That's big enough, and we want to click inside here and go straight through like that. Whoa, that was too much. We're gonna do that again. Alright, we're gonna take it and click it 3 times in there. That's 3. Alright, and we're gonna go to the other eye and we're gonna do the same thing. Click, drag it, and drag it, then click, drag it, and drag it, and then click, and drag it, and drag it. And boom, we got bright eyes. Okay, a lot of people be like, hey, you want to leave it like that if you want that whole fiery eye look, but I don't want that, so I'm gonna make some changes to it. So how do we do that? Let me show you. First off, we're going to use the masking tool because we want to make sure we just focus on the eyes. We don't want to change up anything else on the face. So to do that, we need to click the masking tool down here at the bottom, the square with the circle in it. Click that. That gives us our box. We're going to click our color over here to black. We're going to grab the paint bucket and we're going to dump this on top of the photo. Boom. As you see, the eyes went away and your bucket over here on your masking box is all black. Now we want to turn the eyes to the white color, so let's put this down to 44 pixels and we're gonna zoom in. Man, alright, we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna switch this over to white, and we're going to paint inside. You don't have to click it three times. It does it once. You're all good with that one. And we do the same thing to the other eye. And we got the fiery eye again. And make sure when you're doing it, you're not touching the edges, and you keep that black ring around there because your eyes normally have a darker ring on the outside, and if you do the whole thing really bright, it's gonna look really weird. So it's gonna look unreal. So let's try to keep it real. Alright, now we want to make changes to the eyes, but you have to make sure you click on the photo first. You don't want to be on the actual masking box or nothing's gonna happen. So click that box of your photo. We're gonna go to images, adjustments, and hue and saturation. I like to bring my saturation down, and I'm gonna put it like right there at 44. I'm gonna click OK. If you want to make any other changes to this, if you want to make, let's say you might want to make your eye a different color, you can actually bring the saturation up, or you can keep it where I have it and you can still turn your colors. As you see, that's blue, purple, reddish color, yellow, green, but that's how you do it. If you want to make it brighter, you can bring this all the way up. Oh, come on now. Hold on one second. Alright, yeah, you can bring it all the way up like that, and you see it's super bright, which that looks very fake, so I don't like that. So we're gonna leave it at -44 and this at 0. And then I like to go, I'm going to go to image adjustments and brightness and contrast, and I like to bring the contrast down some and then bring up the brightness just a tad, because I'm going to bring this down anyway. So it's super bright right now, but I'm going to bring this down to about, I would say about 62. Yeah, that'll work. And boom, I got my eyes exactly how I want them. That natural look. My eyes are already bright, close to this color right here, but I wanted to make it pop because the lighting I had, it didn't bring out the color in my eyes, so I had to make it pop out. So now on this layer here, we want to right click it and we want to hit convert to smart object. This will make it where it just focuses on our eyes. So if you click the little eye here, it'll take it away. Just your eyes, nothing else. And that's that part. All right, now the next cool part we're gonna do is we're gonna add some fangs to this, because I really wanted fangs on this image. So under, as a matter of fact, let's name this image here to eyes so we don't forget. All right, and then under eyes, we're gonna get this layer, and since we're starting a new process, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna duplicate. Boom. All right, now what we're going to do is zoom all the way into these teeth. Excuse my teeth, I know they ain't perfect. And we're going to zoom in on this fang right here, and we're going to click the lasso tool over here, the poly one, and we're going to start by clicking around the tooth. Yeah, click all the way around the teeth. Click, click, click. Oh man, let me start all over. Sorry, my computer trips sometimes just because it's running slow, so it'll trip up and click ahead and not even ask it to click. So we'll just click around because you want to get this whole tooth here, because what we're going to do is we're going to expand this tooth and shape it into a fang. Alright, we're going to hit select, we're going to inverse, and then we're going to delete everything around it. By hit, you get the backspace or delete button, and boom. Now we just have your tooth here. So you can click this little, always click this little thing over here, the little box. You can just click somewhere so it takes that circle around it, so it's not selected, it'll deselect it. So now that we have our tooth set, you can't tell that we changed it, but because we deleted everything around it and you can't see anything in this box. But if you hit Control T, you see it'll put it around that tooth. And what we want to do is we can go ahead and back out so we can really see the teeth, and we're going to expand this and make it bigger, and then we're going to drag it over. We're going to hit Control, and we're going to grab this corner here, and then we can lean it exactly how we want it in there and do each corner that way until you have it in the shape of how you want it, that fang look. And it's okay if you get it pretty far up, because we can use the masking tool to take it away. But make sure you turn it and it has a nice look to it. see it's going over my lip and all that, and let's move it over a little bit. I can still see that tooth. You want to make sure it's covering that up, the original tooth. So make sure it's all the way on there covering it. All right, now that we got that in there just like that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the masking button again, and we're gonna get the black brush and we're gonna take it away. So draw right on top of it and go all the way down to the, go to like the middle of your tooth, just so it's on there. And that makes it where you can't tell that you have anything on there that is an extra, that you put a new tooth on there. So when you back away, you can look at it, boom, you got your teeth. All right, and we're gonna do the other side. We're gonna go here. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and convert this to a smart image and name it tooth 1. And then we're gonna take this layer under it, duplicate it, and we're gonna do the exact same thing we just did. So I'm gonna do this one fast. I'm gonna speed it up, so I'll be right back. Now that we have tooth 2 in here, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is adding a little contrast to the whole image as well as some color balance. So what we're going to do here, we're going to, at this bottom here, in between the masking tool and this little folder, there's a little circle with a, like, looks like it's halfway filled. Click this, and we're gonna click brightness and contrast. It'll throw it right here on the top of our layers, and we're gonna put the contrast, the brightness of the contrast, we're gonna put that at 28, and we're gonna put the contrast at 33. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to add the color balance. And then we're going to change the cyan to 20. We're going to leave the magenta at 0, and then we're going to put the yellow at -42. It looks really bright right now. We're going to bring opacity to, I think I had it, yeah, I had it at 51. So we're going to put it at 51 here. Still bright. You can put it up as high as you want to have it, it's up to you, but I like it at 51. And we're going to click inside the masking box for the color balance. And what we want to do here is we want to paint, go ahead and dump this paint bucket on here and make this all black so it goes away. And then we want to get the brush. You can make it pretty big because we're going to cover the whole face. And we're going to turn this white, and we're going to paint the face. You can just go over the whole thing. It don't matter, you can hit your teeth and all that. It's not gonna make it look bad or anything. I just don't want it on my jacket and my shirt. It could be on everything else but that. But if you wanted to avoid some of those things, you could by just touching the skin and stuff like that. And I do want my hair at the top right here to be kind of hit with it because it's not showing the brightness of it. And boom, we got that. Now we're gonna move to the next step. What I like to do with my images, once I have completed the actual editing of the skin and all that, I like to put them into a smart folder by putting it in the folder, then right click it in smart object, convert to smart object. So I'm gonna do that again so you can see it. Oh, let's wait, computer's running slow, bear with me. Alright, you're gonna click the top layer and you want to click the bottom layer, well, not the bottom, above the original image. You can go ahead and click this little eye right there to cut that original image off, but you can take this and drag down to this folder here in between the layer, the new layer button and the fill button, and you want to drag down there, do that. Then you want to right click the folder and hit convert to smart object. Once you do that, it puts everything all in one folder together and it's all good. So if you click off, there's nothing there because we don't have the original image viewable right now. Okay, now we're gonna add some sharpness to this. So let's go to sharpen, and then you're gonna go to filter, you want to go to sharpen and then unsharpen mask. And you see I already had it set, but I want to put it like at 4.9, and we're gonna hit OK. Now we got it sharp, got that pop into it, almost looks HD. Then what I wanted to do with this image, I wanted it to kind of stand out a little bit and kind of poke, almost like the head is poking out at you a little bit. So what I did was, we're going to duplicate this layer. So let's duplicate that. Boom. Now that we have duplicated that, for this layer we're going to go to filter, we're going to go to blur and motion blur. I'm going to set the settings at angle at -4 and the distance at 1000 pixels, and then hit OK. Cool. Yeah, already. Alright, next step, what we're going to do is we're going to add the masking box to this. So boom, got the masking right there, and then we're going to get our brush, our black brush, and then we're going to take that off in the middle. Go with the middle all the way to your ears, but we don't want to take it all the way away. But you want to get your jacket. Yeah, all the way to your ear. Alright. Boom. That's that. And I kind of want my beard a little darker, so let's make the beard darker. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to fill, and then we're going to go to selective color, and then we're going to change this where it says colors. You see it's red. We're going to change that to black, and then this bottom black one, if you see, if we move it, it goes darker and darker, lighter. So I'm going to make it, mine's pretty right there is good enough for me. I'll be good with that. Well, actually, I'll bring it up a little bit more. Yeah, right there at 10. And then we're going to use the masking here, and we can take it off. Use the paint bucket to dump on there. Boom. And then get your brush, turn it white. Make it smaller so it fits your beard area. Well, my beard. If you're doing your own, you know, it'd be your beard, but hey, it's my beard. But yeah, just take it and go over your beard. And we're gonna bring this down, by the way, but it's better to do it this way so you can actually see. And it's okay if you go a little off. because you can always go back and clean it up. Just turn it back to black and then go in and clean the edges up. Alright, now that you have that, I don't want to do my mustache, I just want my beard that dark. And then we can bring this down a little bit to like 65, and boom. That's that for that part. And all we're gonna do now is add the smoke. So we're gonna, I already have my smoke open. If you don't, just go ahead and open it up, which is in the folder that I provided. And then you're gonna take this, you want to move it where you can, you want to, because you're going to drag this on top of here, so you want to move it so you can see the other image. So click and then drag it right on there, and you can close this out if you want to, or you can just minimize it. We're going to hit Control T so we can expand this thing, and then boom, I'll make it big, and we're going to drag it how we want it. It's up to you how you want to do it. If you want it all over the face, you can, but we're going to do with that. Let it go, and we're going to change the blending option for this. You see where it says normal? We're going to click that, and we're going to bring it down to this bottom on luminosity. Alright, and then we're going to hit the masking tool, because I want to get it off of my face, because I want that whole face to be clear. So we're going to hit the masking, grab the brush, make it a little bigger, and take it off. And there you go. You have a dope looking image, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And let's bring down this smoke some. We don't want it too much. There you go. There goes the image. I hope y'all like it. You see the head looks like it's popping out of there. It don't even look like it's placed on my body, but it is. But yeah, I hope you guys, I hope it came out, you know, the way mine's came out. I really like it. I'd love for you guys to show me yours. I'll provide my email on in the description. So yeah, send me over your shots. I'm gonna see what they look like, and let me know if it helped you out. This is my first tutorial. I've never done this before, so bear with me. I'll get better, you know, at explaining. I'm usually all over the place when I'm designing, and yeah, I'm unorganized with it. So I'm trying to be more organized so you guys can understand it better. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, comment. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel and share, and make sure y'all hit the like button for me. And yeah, let the journey begin. Hope y'all enjoyed it.